Hi, come on inside. I want to show you the inside of one of these fifth wheelers. They're fantastic, so much room, and you'll be blown away by some of the unique features these things have. There's a double bowl sink in here, although when we were travelling we found we didn't use both of them. We would leave one covered up and just use as a drip tray when we were drying, or just extra bench space. But they're both there if you need them. Hot and cold water, adjustable, flexible nozzle here, you can turn around where you need it. Actually, the plumbing in the fifth wheeler is more like a house than a caravan. You'll find the pipe work and the way the tanks are vented through the roof very similar to a house. In the fifth wheeler you'll also find plenty of drawers and cupboards. Now down the front here there's a row of drawers, down there a cupboard here, plenty of room for putting things in. Up above my right shoulder also you'll find overhead cupboards. Like I say, plenty of room. An addition that many people choose, on the end of the bench, people will often install a flip-up bench here. It gives extra space. There's already a lot of bench space, but another one here is very handy and there's plenty of room to put it. This option on the end here, obviously it's not there now, but it's something that we can do easily here at Fifth Wheelers Australia. All these sort of accessories are much cheaper for us to add for you here at the workshop. A standard sort of stove, there's a 3-burner cooktop under there, and this lid just goes back and forwards. You can use it as extra bench space when you're not requiring the cooktop. All the controls on the front there, pretty obvious. Inside you've got plenty of room for whatever you want to bake. If you want to do a roast dinner. Underneath here, when we were travelling, Robin and I, we found we use this area as a griller. The flame is underneath the bench, and then we can put a grilling tray underneath and use that as a grilling section, because as you can see there isn't a separate grill compartment. Up above it here you've got a standard sort of microwave oven. Nothing fancy about it, just like the one you've got in your kitchen at home. The beauty of this model is that the range hood is part of the microwave. They make good use of space, putting the light and the exhaust fan underneath. It just exhausts the fumes from your cooking compartment down here. Just next to there, while we're in this area, it's going to be worth us having a look at this pantry. This particular model has got a roll-out pantry, a very good use of space. You can load this up with all your items for your pantry, for your cooking, all your ingredients, and down the bottom you can still stack things on the bottom shelf. So that's a good idea. Now these aren't in every single fifth wheeler, but it's not rocket science. They're available as an aftermarket accessory and we can fit them for you here. Next to the pantry, while we're still in the kitchen, you'll find this 2-door fridge freezer. Really large, plenty of room for even a large family. This is the same size that Robin and I, with our 4 children, used on our trip around Australia. Up the top, you've got the separate freezing compartment. Plenty of room for freezing ice cream, meats, whatever you need to keep really, really cold. And same concept, down the bottom, we've got the conventional sort of fridge. Once again, wouldn't you agree? There's plenty of room in here for all the things you need to have in your refrigerator. The controls are all in the front here. They're fairly self-explanatory. From this point here, you can choose between electrical operation or gas operation. The fridge is wired and gas plumbed for both operations. You can adjust your temperature setting, cold is already 1, or you can go colder again through to number 9. So it's all there, a very simple operation and a very effective fridge. These fridges work very well because what they do is they get rid of the heat that's behind them. The problem with a lot of fridges in caravans, etc., are they trap the heat behind. These ones have a lower vent and an upper vent, so they get rid of the heat. Another addition you can make to the fridge is actually add a 12-volt element, so that when you're travelling down the road and you don't want to run with gas on, it's dangerous, you can actually turn on the 12-volt element and keep your fridge cold without electricity and without gas, running the 12-volt from the battery that's on board. Next to the refrigerator, you've got this big compartment for a TV. All the fifth wheelers come standard with some sort of stereo. This one's got a slimline DVD, comes CD player and tuner all in one. And it's even got surround sound. There's speakers you can see in the back, and around the rest of the fifth wheel are the other speakers. So there's plenty of room for a decent sized TV. There's good storage space underneath the TV compartment, and that reveals even a subwoofer on the stereo system that comes standard with this fifth wheeler. Now once again, I'll stress, all fifth wheelers are a little bit different, but they all come with this basic equipment. In the back end of this model, you're going to notice two very comfortable rocker recliner chairs. Once again, every fifth wheeler will vary a little bit, but they are very comfortable for living in. Because you'll agree, when you're on the road, you want to relax, you want to take some time out, and it's not always sunny. So inside the fifth wheeler is plenty of room to relax, read a book, whatever you want to do, if the mozzies are too bad outside. There's nice wide back windows, plenty of glass there to take in the panoramic view. The beauty of the fifth wheeler is you can change your scenery every day if you want to. Take in a different backyard. If you get sick of your neighbours, change them. Here it is. Good lights for reading up the back here, right up the top. You'll find heaps of lights right through the fifth wheeler. Now most of them are 12 volt, so it doesn't rely on you being plugged into the mains power. The fifth wheeler has its own battery system, and you can operate the battery operated lights anytime you like. Okay, while we're in this area, I do want to point out this TV antenna up here. All the fifth wheelers come with one as standard. It's a wind up wing guard, and you wind it up. So as I turn it this way, it's winding up on the roof. I wind it all the way up until it stops. Then to tune it in, I simply pull down this cup and turn the whole antenna until I've got a good signal. When I want to wind it back down, you've got to turn the cup until the two arrows line up here. Once they line up, then you can wind it down. Pretty simple. It means you can travel with this all the time attached. The other thing that we'll have a look at on the roof are these ventilation hatches. There's a number of them on top of the fifth wheeler which provide good ventilation for heat to escape. This particular model has got a 12 volt fan incorporated in the hatch. So you can actually reverse it so that it sucks in, or else have it so it's pulling the air out. You simply wind it open with this wheel here and turn your fan on and off with the controls. There's plenty of those in the fifth wheeler.